It is April 2023. It's our drought season here in Central Florida. Wow, look at this huge guy. Wow, he's huge. That's the biggest beetle I've ever seen here. Oh, I get so easily distracted. I wanted to do a little, wow, here he comes, tour through the garden. Everything's growing so nice. Whoa, so much going on. And he's gone. Let's go for a little walk. My car is getting a new battery. It finally it's dead. Here I have, this is my first time growing grape. And look here. This looks like the beginning. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Of grapes. How tiny, they're so tiny. Yeah. My husband picked up this trellis and another one free on the side of the road. It's perfect for these grapes. Isn't that beautiful? Cast iron. Somebody's just throwing them away. My bougainvillea. Let's go on over here. My kale. We've been eating off of this kale. So lush. This is broccoli. It's on its way out, but I'm gonna see if it'll get to seed. I planted them too late. If anything, they'll be great compost. And some kale, I believe. Voluntary tomato, more kale, but something's eating on that one. And this is my pride and joy here. This mini food forest is only about 5 months old, give or take a month. So much going on in this little space. Let's see what's going on. My lecithin, well, let's just call it kale. Blue kale is doing lovely. Look how beautiful it is. I have a lot of butternut squash, and I did not plant any of them. They are all voluntary. They're everywhere. My marigolds, oh, they're so pretty. Papaya, I just planted this papaya. It was grown in the backyard, but I'm growing it to help shade this pumpkin. This is a fairy tale pumpkin. It's in the heat of the day, the sun's beating on it and it's causing it to wilt. So I'm hoping before it gets too hot, this papaya will take off, because in this pot next to it on the ground underneath there is a bucket, and I feed it with compost to steadily feed this papaya, and hoping it gets up here before like June, the hottest part of the summer, to help shade this out some. Here is something new I've grown. These black beauty peppers. Look at them all. We have been eating on these and they're so lovely. Look at them. They have a little distinct taste. I do have lettuce in there that's still hanging on, but it's not looking good because of the heat. But these black beauty peppers are just delicious. And we've been eating on them and everything. I haven't had to buy peppers. And I have tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. Look at all the little cherry. I have tons of cherry tomatoes. Lots of cherries. That's just one. This is another squash. Voluntary. More kale. Look at these big beauties. We're going to have some of these tonight and some with dinner. Yeah. There you go. More squash. It's all butternut squash. You have blackberries. We're getting blackberries everywhere. Look, there's one down here. More kale. Here's another blackberry. It's going to get transferred soon. The bees and the butterflies love these yellow flowers. It has tripled in size since I've planted it. It just loves it here. And I have some summer squash that's coming up. Looky, there's another one. Can't wait. New to growing summer squash. And the mulberry bush has gotten double in size in just like the last 2 months. And it's been putting out little mulberries, but they're just so tiny right now. See them? They're so tiny. Look at how little. I ate one though the other day. It was tasty. Over here, of course, our bananas, papaya. Let's see the size of these papaya leaves. I want you to just look at the size of the leaves. They're massive. Massive. It's huge. I can't wait. And they're only about 6 months old. These are lots of voluntaries. More squashes down here. Moringa. All these squashes are all voluntary. Marigolds. And I even got a Seminole pumpkin here that I took a cutting from another one elsewhere in the yard, and it is growing. I'm excited. That's the little tropical island. And we have this monster here that is it's almost 6 feet tall. It is a mammoth sunflower. I have a couple of them growing, but that one is the tallest. And it's still going. Here's another papaya. Some marigolds. Lots more butternut squash. Another papaya. And growing up the papaya are lots of beans. The beans are loving growing underneath this papaya. I have more pepper. Another black beauty pepper. They start off green and they turn almost a black. I think they're a dark purple, but they almost look black. Beans are loving underneath this lemon tree. And we have lots more tomatoes. Another moringa. More kale. And another voluntary squash. And some, no, that's purple tree collard. I get the tree collard and the kale mixed up sometimes. I can't wait for these to get big. Something's munching on that one. These are good to eat and like coleslaws and stuff, and also great for making compost to refeed your garden. Another lemon tree. I started this lemon tree from seeds. It's beautiful. More. All these tomatoes, by the way, are voluntary. Look at these. Oh, all these little bitty cherries. I have some garlic. I have never had luck with garlic yet, so we'll see. My Barbados cherry tree. It is not blooming yet. I'm not sure why. This is new to the garden as well. This is actually the first little tree that I bought. The lemons, papayas I grew myself. The mulberry, and this one I bought. And let's take a little walk down here. We have, if you gotta look around in here, lots of butternut squashes coming up. Look at there. Look how, I just think these are beautiful, the color. This fairy tale pumpkin has been putting out a lot of male flowers, but no females yet. What else we got in here? Lots of voluntaries. I filled this in with a lot of compost from the compost bin, and everything just started growing. More beans. These beans are growing all up in this lemon tree. It's making for a trellis. just as this papaya and this trellis. Look at that, the beans go all the way up to here. They seem very happy. They get dappled sun throughout the day because of this papaya. It's all bean. You have sweet potato. Looks like something is munching on them. And there's, hidden down there is a great big butternut squash. I cannot wait to eat that sucker. Let's see how big it is. Let's see, there's my hand. He's big. That is cinnamon for ants. I noticed some ants building in there. Looky down here. It looks like it didn't get pollinated very well. By the color of it, it did not. It's an ECB one. Yeah, it's throwing off. Oh, there's a butterfly. They don't always get pollinated. And that's just a little mini food forest. It's fun watching everything grow. Coming out here and picking stuff for dinner. Like these beautiful little peppers. We're gonna have some kale tonight. And looky here, this is new. Sugar baby watermelon. I have one. I think I put 6 seeds in here. I got one, possibly. Look down in there. You see it? Looky there. There's another one coming. There it is. See, and this is sitting on underneath there. It's a bucket. It goes in the ground. And I put raw compost in there. And that helps feed the plants around it. I'm going to be planting more stuff over here. So, oh, looky here. Here are some, those are little baby papayas. I'm going to be using those to put over on the west side of this garden. I kind of did this backwards. I should have put the trees on the west side, because that's when the sun comes this way is when it's the hottest of the day, and it would have shaded out all these that would have been on the east, but I didn't. And I have learned from my lesson. So I'm going to take papayas and plant all down on the side here. And they will help provide some shade during the heat of the day on the garden. Because it gets very, very hot. And this gets sun all day with no break. So these papayas are going to help with that. And provide food at the same time. There it is. Now if we can just get some rain. It has not rained in weeks. I have to come out here and water every other day. I don't mind because I keep an eye on everything. Alright. I have lots more plans. Eventually this little section in here will not be grass at all. And I've been letting this little section go for the bees and the butterflies with all the dandelions. Another little island there. This is my Seminole pumpkin. This has been growing here since last year. It made it through the winter, through all the hard freezes. And look what I have. My first Seminole pumpkin. Hanging out here with the blackberries. We have a lot of blackberries. And we'll take a tour of the other gardens another day. That's it for today. Have a great day.